for once think that some people have resorted to drinking, smoking, violence, gambling, and so much more might be suffering from mental health issues. Hi guys, welcome. My name is Floriana, and today we're going to be talking about young people and mental health. Mental health is a topic that so many people don't want to talk about, and especially from the society most of us are coming from, it's actually like a taboo for you to say that, oh, I'm depressed or have some mental health issues. And most of the time we relate to mental health to madness, liking it and relating it to people who walk on the street talking to themselves. But little do we know that some people in our homes, in our schools, in our communities, and our organizations might be suffering from one form of mental health or the other. And it's sad to know that we don't really notice anything. We just think that they're just venting out or acting out based on certain situations, and we do not even know how to handle such issues. So today I'm just going to highlight certain things that young people are going through and some mental issues that it's so hard for us to talk about because the society makes it look like you are strange. What's wrong with you? You are an African, you are black, you're not supposed to talk about mental health issues, you're not supposed to be depressed. And that's really sad because it is making we young people indulge in certain activities that are actually detrimental to not just our health, our community, but to the entire nation. For me, I'm not going to go by the books or by the regular definitions of mental health. I'm going to be uncensored and very realistic. I'm going to be open. This is a discussion. It's something that I just want to share and just let it out there. It's not going to be according to a list or whatsoever. It's going to be exactly what I've seen, what I've felt, and what I've experienced too. There are so many things that young people are going through, and it's really hard that it cannot be expressed or there is no one to talk to that will understand. Firstly, the moment you start experiencing all these things around you, you tend to actually look for a way of escape, which is always negative most of the time, whether it's drinking, smoking, violence, gambling, etc. And it's sad when most of the time parents or the elders do not notice the signs, because as far as they're concerned, it's just young people expressing their energy or young people that just want to misbehave, but they don't pay attention to the fact that we young people are trying to pass on the message or going through something that we want to be heard and listened to. We just need someone to notice that there is something wrong. Take for instance, you go to school, you work very hard, and there's a lecturer harassing you, not just a woman here, even a man, wherein this man might be interested in a girl who is interested in you. Maybe you, the guy, is not even interested, and then you're in this love triangle, I should call it, wherein your grade is being tampered with because of this lecturer. Okay, so I'm the girl, I am with my classmate who I might like, and then there's a lecturer who likes me, but I'm not interested. But this lecturer gets to see me walking around with this classmate of mine, and this lecturer speaks to this guy who's my classmate and tells him, I'm interested in that girl, you have to leave her alone. And then the girl is like, I'm not interested. And in the lecturer's mind, this guy who is my classmate is the reason why I'm not interested. So he's going to suffer for something he's not even responsible for. That can cause someone to actually have serious depression, because this person is working hard in school and there's no one to run to. The authorities cannot fight for him, and he's going to go through a phase wherein, imagine, financially is not strong. He has invested his time and other resources to do well in school, and then there's this lecturer who is suppressing him, and he starts thinking, what am I going to do? I'm not influential enough. I don't have the resources to actually change schools or get started in another place. So these are actually things that it might look small, but it actually has the potential to make someone start drinking and smoking and get depressed. That's a mental health issue, because this person is there thinking, I've invested time and resources, all these resources, and look at what's happening to me. Another thing is young people and finances. Obviously, in a world wherein money is what money money is important, you cannot say you do not want money or you don't need money. You need it. It's part of life. There's nothing you can do right now that does not involve money. From school, everything involves money. So imagine a young person working hard and not having enough finances to further his dream or a dream, or to do something that he's been thinking and planning for. That can also lead to another mental health issue, because this person needs money. You need money to get things started. Or somebody will tell you, oh, you just need an idea. But even with the idea, you need money to get started. And the moment you don't get all those things together, you start thinking, what's going on? What can I do? Everyone copes differently. Maybe for that young man or that young lady, it might be taking drugs, drug addiction. It might be smoking, it might be gambling. It might even be sex addiction, pornography addiction. So there are so many things. And it's actually sad that in our society we are told these are not black people's issues. Mental health is not a black people's thing. A black person is meant to be strong and to resist certain things. And so the moment you start feeling, the moment you're not fulfilled enough and you're thinking you're not going anywhere, and there's no one that will actually understand you, or you can't express it, it starts weighing you down. Let's take the men for instance. Men are actually considered to be strong. So in the case a man isn't in that peak, a man is meant to be a leader. So the moment the man feels that he's not doing anything substantial, or he's not contributing effectively to his family, to even to his dream, his career and all of that, it starts affecting him. And a man is told, you have to be strong, you have to be strong. And the moment these things keep weighing him down, he doesn't know what to do. He can't express it like a woman would. A woman is very fast to speak out and cry and just, rant out. But a man is meant to be strong. And most of the time, he's afraid of being judged. Come on, you're a man. What's your problem? Toughen up. And this is why most of these men will start drinking, taking drugs, being violent. These are all the little holes that gives rise to this big massive issues that we have around us, because the little things are not dealt with properly. These are real issues, from money to not being fulfilled to school. Your school is stressing you out, the family is stressing you out. You get to a certain age in life and you're supposed to take care of all of your siblings and the rest of the family, and you're not making enough, and it starts weighing you down, and you thinking, I'm not useful, stressing you, and you don't know how to handle it. Our society is not made for such things. You start saying, okay, the best option, let me just drink it off, shake it off by drinking, by being violent, or something around those lines. So why do we refuse to talk about mental health issues? There's nothing wrong with speaking out. And there's nothing wrong with you listening and providing help for someone who is in need. Check out for these few signs. Someone was quite bubbly, excited, and all of a sudden, that person withdraws from you, is cool, always in his comfort zone, doesn't talk anymore, is getting too quiet, basically avoiding conversations and just in this zone wherein you don't know this person for that. You don't know this person for being a loner, basically a soloist, I should say. Someone who is always excited and all of a sudden you see this person withdrawing from the rest of you. You need to check out for such a sign, because that's showing you there's something going on with that person. It might be depressed, she might be depressed. Another thing to look out for is somebody who all of a sudden gets easily mad. Wasn't like that, and all of a sudden that person starts getting very mad at very, very little things. Everything becomes a trigger for a fight. You need to actually pay attention to that person, because he might or she might be going through some mental health issues. Another thing, someone that used to take care of certain things and all of a sudden tells you tomorrow changes, starts drinking, smoking, gambling. As I've just mentioned, you have to reach out to that person. Don't think that because the person doesn't call or text you anymore, you should do the same by saying, okay, that's your business. You think, yeah, you don't need me, I do not need you also. No, you have to reach out to that person. And as we say, what a friend's for. A friend should be there in both good and bad times. And to parents, please, if you notice your child is withdrawing, talks less, seems to be faking a smile, eating less, or avoiding any conversation relating to certain topics that he used to be excited about, you need to know what's happening. You need to check on that child of yours, the elders as well. Anyone around that notices any of these things that you're wondering, this is not who we used to have, this person is different, you need to immediately find out what's going on. So guys, that's it. This is just basically an uncensored, unscripted view about young people and mental health, and I hope to talk about this topic more. And whatever it is that you have that you want me to talk about, your own ideas, I'll be so happy to do a comments feature and to also talk about your own experiences or your own tips and solutions. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me. Till the next video, I've been your host, Floriana. Goodbye.